I want to apologize to all the women I've called pretty before I called them intelligent or brave. I'm sorry I made it sound as though something as simple as what you're born with is the most you have to be proud of when your spirit has crushed mountains. From now on, I will say things like you are resilient or you are extraordinary, not because I don't think you're pretty, but because I think you are so much more than that.
Onto the tray and just run myself into the wall over and over again until I got tired.
So when my sister and I were little, we really wanted a pool in our backyard. And so one day we went out and we dug a huge pit in our backyard. And it rained, and so we swam in our huge mud pit. Growing up in school, we used to have these giant black trash cans. And one time this guy who was wearing a black shirt, I mistook him for a trash can and threw half of my peanut butter and jelly sandwich at the back of his head.
So one time when my brother, my sister, and I were really little, we were chasing each other around our house, and my brother stopped and peed on the floor, and my sister took a corner really fast and slipped straight in his pee.
One time when I was little, we heard this noise outside and saw a giant yellow hot air balloon that acted like it landed in our yard. So this hot air balloon landed in our front yard, and all the neighbors came out and watched it land, and then they gave us orange juice and champagne.
When I was younger, I was old enough to know how to use my fork and knife, but I wasn't. So my mom looked at me and said, "Taylor, use your fork and knife." And I looked at her and I said, "Mom, I don't have a fork and knife."
One time when I was younger, I found a birthmark on my arm and I told my mom and I went up to her and I'm like, "Mom, I really need to go see the dermatologist." And she looked at me really funny and she's like, "Do you mean the dermatologist?" And then I realized, like my whole entire life, up to my 10 years, I thought it was a dermatologist.
One time I was sitting on my bed reading a book and my sister came in and just tied my blanket around me with scarves and belts, and then my brothers came in, picked me up and threw me down the stairs, and they just left me there, so I had to inchworm myself to my mom.
You tell me to quiet down because my opinions make me less beautiful. But I was not made with a fire in my belly so I could be put out. I was not made with a lightness in my tongue so I could be easy to swallow. I was made heavy, half blade and half silk. Difficult to forget, but not easy for the mind to follow.